Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is a lot more than just easy on the eyes. He's a progressive, liberal feminist who isn't afraid to march in a pride parade, personally welcome refugees into his country, or even make fun of himself during the campaign for Canada's highest office. He's also something of a real-life, most interesting man in the world, hailing from a well-connected political family before spending time as a snowboard instructor, nightclub bouncer, teacher, and social activist. But what other interesting tidbits can we uncover about Canada's 23rd Prime Minister, who also happens to be the man who said he wanted Meryl Streep to play him in a movie about his life? Here's what you don't know about Justin Trudeau. Born to do it. With his election to Canada's top executive job, Trudeau made history as the nation's first second-generation Prime Minister.
Merci, mes amis. Thank you.
His father, the late Pierre Elliott Trudeau, served as Canada's Prime Minister from 1968 to mid-1979, and again from 1980 to 84. According to Vice, it was only after his father's death in 2000 that Justin started to think seriously about a career in politics.
I am incredibly proud to be Pierre Elliott Trudeau's son, and I'm incredibly lucky to have been raised with those values.
Not just a pretty face. Trudeau, who holds bachelor's degrees in literature and education from McGill University and the University of British Columbia, respectively, pursued an engineering degree in 2002, before quitting just 2 years later. But that doesn't mean Trudeau is lacking in math skills. The Prime Minister made headlines in 2016 when he delivered his thoughts on quantum computing to an audience of journalists at the Perimeter Institute for Theoretical Physics.
A quantum state can be much more complex than that because, as we know, things can be both particle and wave at the same time.
But it wasn't just everyday Joes who were impressed by some fancy jargon. Experts in the field applauded him too. Dr. Michaeli Mosca of the University of Waterloo told Motherboard, "He doesn't say anything wrong. He conveys the essence of what quantum computing is, and why it might be more powerful. It's understandable and succinct."
Don't get me going on this or we'll be here all day, trust me.
Bust a move. From dancing the Bhangra in 2013 to getting his groove on to traditional Indian music, Trudeau's happy to leave it all on the dance floor. The man who's been dubbed the sexiest politician in the world also boogied down at Toronto Pride in 2016.
I've been coming to this for years, and it's sort of frustrating that it has to be a big thing. It shouldn't be a big thing that the Prime Minister's walking in Pride Parade.
He's the first Prime Minister to ever dance at Pride, let alone attend it, according to The Guardian. And of course, there are many more examples of him shaking his slang, including a shimmy backstage with his wife before a speaking event. A bromance with Obama. The seemingly genuine friendship between Trudeau and former US President Barack Obama began shortly after Trudeau's election victory at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in 2015.
This House gets to see a bromance up close. Although I still think dude-plomacy is more accurate, but I'll get over it.
According to ABC News, it was there that Obama gave Trudeau some chummy advice on his future as Prime Minister, saying,
"I had no gray hair when I was in your shoes 7 years ago. If you don't want to gray like me, you need to start dyeing it soon."
Trudeau later returned the jab during his 2016 visit to DC, joking,
"May the special connection between our two countries continue to flourish, and may my gray hair come in at a much slower rate than yours has."
Legalizing it. The Liberal Party leader spearheaded legislation for the legalization of marijuana, a major policy shift that has caused no small amount of controversy.
We will soon have a new system in place, one that keeps cannabis out of the hands of our kids and keeps profits away from organized crime.
But politics aside, perhaps part of the reason Trudeau advocated for weed to go legal, which it will in Canada in October 2018, is because he's a casual user.
I have been, in my past, a very rare user of marijuana. I think 5 or 6 times in my life that I've taken a puff.
He described one instance, telling HuffPost Canada, "We had a few good friends over for a dinner party. Our kids were at their grandmother's for the night, and one of our friends lit a joint and passed it around. I had a puff." A real-life rom-com. Former television host Sophie Gregoire Trudeau met her future husband in the 90s, and the pair later reconnected in 2003 at the Mercedes-Benz Grand Prix Ball, where, according to Maclean's, Justin noted, "We laughed, we joked, and there was a definite chemistry between us."
I'm gonna sing for you tonight.
Boom, ba-dum,
So clear and so bright.
boom, ba-dum.
It was all straight out of a romantic comedy. Sophie played hard to get after Justin initially snubbed her, but she finally agreed to a date. Then they sang the night away in a karaoke bar, and afterward, Justin walked into a pole because he was, quote, punch drunk on romance. Not cinematic enough for you? Well, according to Express, at dinner on their first date, Justin told Sophie, "I've been waiting for you 31 years. You're going to be my wife, we're going to have a family together." They did just that, and the couple now has 3 children. Prime Minister of Ink? While he's certainly not the first world leader to do so, Trudeau might be the only current world leader who's gotten inked. His tattoo of the planet Earth inside a Hydra Raven received a lot of social media attention on the night of his election victory in 2015, according to BBC News. Sociology professor Michael Atkinson told the news outlet, "He speaks to a generation of people who are looking for something different in terms of leadership and their sense of self, style, and approach to civic engagement. His tattoo is a good indicator of the man and what he represents."
Because together, I know we'll keep building a country that makes us all proud.